Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Chuck with Level Area Roof Josh, and my guest with you today is Mike from ABS. And Mike, could you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So yes, Mike Polonus. I work for Architectural Building Solutions. It is a independent rep group that represents a couple different lines of products. American Weather Star, Johns Manville, Bilco Balco, USG. Been with them about 6 months. Been in the roofing industry. This is my 14th year. I was in the start on the field, kind of worked my way up from apprentice to journeyman to foreman. Was a project manager, estimator for a couple years, and then recently moved on to the manufacturer side. So now I proudly represent American Weather Star and super excited about it. It's a real fun line, lots of different products, a lot to offer, and really excited to be a part of the team.
Beautiful, beautiful. I got some of your PDFs here that we can get started with and you can explain a little bit about. Was there any particular order you want me to go in?
Well, fire away.
All right, I'll bring up the first point and you can tell us a little bit about it.
So Urasil, this is kind of the belt and suspender system. This is very, very cool, and I had never seen anything before when I was still roofing or estimating. So what this is kind of a hybrid system. It's a urethane base coat with a silicone top coat. You kind of get the benefits of all the different coatings that we know and love. So you get the adhesion and durability qualities of the urethane while topping it off with the silicone, and get the reflectivity and ponding water capabilities and the money savings. So it's a really, really phenomenal system. I mean, 12, 15, 20-year NDL warranties you can get out of it. Works modified, single plies, you name it. This is going to be your kind of go-to system for flat roof restoration.
Sounds very interesting. All right, I will go to the next plot. This is pretty much on the same, but that's where we have
Yeah, just kind of the same one on that. Fun fact about that though, you can, with American Weather Star, we can tint the silicone products. So, I mean, standard color options, you can get it white, light gray, medium gray, dark gray, tan, and that's just the standard. You can tint it to any other custom premium colors on top of that. So that's a nice added benefit to it.
All right, sounds good. Yeah, we're going to hit the next slide here.
Metasil. So this is going to be your silicone system for metal roof restorations. Not all too much with it. Pretty standard to typical applications. But if you're a silicone fan and you got kind of a lower slope, maybe some ponding on it, something like that, or you kind of want that shinier sheen to it, this is a really good option. Very budget friendly for your customers. Contractors love it. Me personally, I'm a big silicone fan, through and through. So this is a phenomenal product. And again, as well, you can tint this too. We know a lot of the metal roofs have a good slope. Typically you can see them from the ground. So if you got a customer who kind of wants to change the color, make it look a little prettier from the ground, you can do so with this. And yeah, it's super, super cool. And nice benefit too, you can do it in 2 passes. You can tint your base layer, which helps obviously seeing where the guys are rolling out with the top coat, not like painting white over a white wall. So that definitely helps. Yeah, that's phenomenal product. And
I think it's the same products you use for seniors and for the top coat.
No, you would use a different flash and gray material for the seams and fasteners. So your typical Hershey Kisses on the fastener heads, strip in the seams and then coat over that with your base coat, top coat. Recommend using a rust primer, obviously, if rust is present, the panel's in some poor conditions. Pressure wash it, same rules apply.
Right, so good, gotcha. All right, I'm going to pull up the next
So Envirosil, this also, again, for the silicone lovers out there, this is great for all sorts of different flat roof restorations. You have your options to do silicone 410 or silicone 412. But the high solids, you can actually do this in 1 pass if you want. If you're using the high solids, if you want to kind of cut down on the labor, save some money there. Again, extremely, extremely great for ponding water, the durability, reflectivity, um, very good warranty links, easy to apply. And again, same rules apply with the tinting of it. If you want to change up the colors for your customer, feel free, because it's not just the standard. You can do premium and custom colors as well. So very, very phenomenal products. This is definitely going to be more budget friendly for your customers. You're kind of saving on the cost of the urethane. As we know, urethanes are typically more expensive. Um, yeah, this is another great option you have for flat roof restoration. Low VOC too, if you got to be kind of environmentally friendly for wherever you may be working, or not kind of stinking out the people inside once it's sucking through to the AC.
No, well, we've run a press map. It's too many points.
Mm-hmm. I've been on the roof and had a firefighter come up behind me one time when I was flashing the curb, and they said we evacuated the whole building inside, and I'm like, oh, my base is the one in the bucket, so tell me how that feels. So that's this. Your less stinky option, right?
Yeah, thank you. All right, we'll go to the next. What?
So the color guard. This is a very, very cool system that American Weather Star came out with. So this is going to be more of your aesthetic finish for the customers. I mean, this picture right there kind of says it all. This is going to be more for kind of your architectural panel, right? Like a snap lock system, something like that. We've all seen people go up and try to paint metal, try to paint coping, standing seam panels over time, and eventually starts kind of chipping with it being the acrylic and not having the same elasticity to handle the expansion and contraction of the metal. So the color guard system is a high gloss finish. You're not going to see the, kind of the streaks of the seam preparations or the fastener details. If someone wants to change the color of a fancy facade, big radius panel, something like that, you can give them the different color options with this. And this comes along with a 10-year color fade warranty too. So that's very enticing to the customers. Again, all sorts of different colors, custom and premium colors. You want to match it, we can make it. So this is a super, super cool.
And all the colors can be a big one.
Mm-hmm. No, it's huge, and it's very, very cool system. I was very excited when I learned about this one. Because again, you got those hard to access, or customers just maybe swapping out between buildings and don't have it in the budget to replace the metal panels. You can make it look like they're brand new panels with this, and it's very cool. Very, very cool system. Low build, not going to kind of fade to acrylics can kind of generally fade to more of a flat finish. This will keep that shine, keep that nice sheen finish for the customer, and yeah, can't say enough. I think it's a phenomenal product. And again, that's just where I are. Yeah, this is where I just absolutely love American Weather Star. I mean, the different options that they have. It's not really a one-stop shop of coatings. I mean, we can kind of alter whatever we need for the contractor and the customer.
Yeah. Quite often you go ahead with a train to get some different colors on it's gray or white.
Mm-hmm. That's what's nice is those are the standard color options with us, and even that you get like I said, white, light gray, medium gray, dark gray, tan, and then on top of that, if they want to step it up, then you can do premium and custom colors as well.
All right, good. Chibley, you got one note left.
So MetaGuard Plus. So there's also a MetaGuard system. That's going to be with our acrylic 211. This is kind of more beefier, buffed up version of that. So this is the MetaGuard Plus. This as well, you can tint all the different color options again. You can do premium custom colors. The acrylic system. Recommend obviously metal roof systems. I don't typically recommend acrylic for flat roofs if there's any ponding water or anything like that. But this is going to be a little more high build. This is going to get you longer warranty length. And again, the custom colors is huge. And you can do different color base coat, do a different color top coat, help the guys out in the field, know where they're coating. Phenomenal product. Again, I'll keep saying that. But this will be good for your R panels, your Butler panels, all the different kind of metal roof systems.
All right. That's good. All right, now I get is special video here that we bring out. And no, this one you cannot prime them.
Hey, I'm Brian. I'm Eric. We're with American Weather Star. Welcome to another edition of Tech Talk. Today, Eric is going to work with a new product, 622, Terminator 622, and Terminator 624 XT. The XT just means it's a thicker product. And we're going to show how it adheres primarily as an underwater repair item.
Terminator comes available in two different sizes, 2-gallon pails and 28-ounce caulk tubes. Even if there's water on the roof, when doing a repair like this, you'll locate the hole and you'll start to apply Terminator with either a brush or a trowel. In this instance, I'm using a trowel. Locate the hole and apply evenly about 3 inches away from the hole to ensure you stop the leak. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to apply a strip of fabric into this Terminator so when we come back 24 hours from now, I can show you that this product had cured even underwater. Product bonds extremely well to all types of different substrates, ranging from metal, granulated mod bits, EPDMs, single plies, smooth mod bits, concrete, and more.
Well, it's been 24 hours or a little more, and we're back out on the roof deck for Eric to do a pull test on the 622 that he installed on the roof deck outside.
See, the water is fully evaporated. The Terminator is dry but hasn't fully cured, so it's still a little pliable to the touch. Now that you tug on it, see that's actually adhered enough to the roof substrate. You want to test the actual poundage that it's pulling at. I started pulling and I reached 5.5 pounds worth of force on here. It started actually removing the Terminator along with part of the substrate. That's how well adhered this coating is to this roof. That concludes this edition of Tech Talk. Stay tuned for more editions of Tech Talk from American Weather Star. And if you have any more questions, feel free to contact us at 1-800-771-6643 or visit our website, AmericanWeatherStar.com.
The Terminator. That is, without a doubt, my favorite part of the entire product line right there. I mean, as an ex-service guy for over a decade, I wish to God I had that in my in my truck for emergency repairs. I mean, you can do it under standing water. You just watched him. He did that, embedded some fabric, did a pull test 24 hours later to kind of show the adhesion qualities of it, and he ripped the substrate off right below it, and that was curing under standing water the whole time. You can use it down to negative 40 degrees. Comes in 12-ounce caulk tubes, 2-gallon pails like you just saw, so you can brush it on, trowel it on, caulk it on, whichever. Sticks to pretty much everything, even silicone, which is always a roofer's worst enemy when trying to do repairs. Yeah, so it's kind of
What about like trocal?
yep, trocales, PVCs. I mean, glass, I've stuck it to there to test it out. It's pretty cool. It's very, very cool. Kind of beats all the different methods everybody's tried using before in emergency repairs.
It's nice having an easy.
Yeah, it's super nice. I mean, pop it. You only use a little bit on a repair. You can pop a screw through the tip, throw it back in the truck, preserve it for a little bit. You're good to go. Again, everybody's tried their different things. You kind of get one swoop with a certain caulk. You can kind of, I shouldn't say this online, but set roof cement on fire. That always gets it going good. Kind of take away all that for a much safer approach to emergency repairs. Yeah, I love it so much. I keep a fish tank in my truck that I kind of drive around with, do demos for people, let them kind of see it for themselves. That's phenomenal. Super, super cool. Another nice benefit to it, actually, that they didn't talk about in the video is it is paintable. So say you got kind of a weird repair you got to do on maybe like a patina green panel, something like that. You can do it.
Let me ask you this: how would it work, like sealing or leaking seam in a gutter?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I know a lot of residential guys will do that. because you're never going to fully get that dry in some scenarios, right? You're out there trying to do a repair for a customer and you still got that little residual water in there. It will stick and it will.
If it's raining at the time they're pouring, it'll work.
Exactly. 100% solids. Not going to sag. We as well have a couple wall coating systems too for like masonry, stucco, wood, metal. You can use that to fill, small cracks, holes before you coat over it. Does call out for the EnviroSil system to use kind of as the prep work material, right? Seams, penetrations. I mean, it's just a very versatile product. I was talking to contractors the other day, and they're like,
I just have to check that out a little deeper.
yeah, a contractor was talking to me about it the other day. They wanted to start using it for their tie-offs. Instead of a lot of people like to use roof cements, a little more messy. This cures a lot faster, a lot cleaner. It's
How costly is it to like clean?
Obviously I'm not pricing it. It's not expensive. It's very budget friendly.
Good.
Yeah, you're not breaking the bank to carry it.
Okay, are we ready to move on to 2 questions? Chat.
Yeah, I think we covered
What question do you want?
the systems.
Okay, we got types of coating. Could you break down the difference between silicone, acrylic, and urethane coatings? Which types are best for specific roofing materials?
Absolutely. Yeah. So acrylic, silicone, urethane, are going to be 3 main kinds of coatings, right? They all kind of have their different purposes. I'd say acrylics are going to be your most cost effective, lowest price. It's not going to have the same ponding water capabilities and adhesion qualities as the silicones and the urethanes do. So I would recommend sticking with acrylics for something with a pitch. So typically your metal roof systems. They are water-based, so, rain in the near future, be a little bit more cautious of that as opposed to a silicone, which is a moisture-curing product, which kind of leads me into that. Silicone is going to be kind of in the middle on the price scale, right? That's going to be your more budget-friendly. That can withstand pounding water. It's got the reflectivity. It's low VOC, so like I said earlier, less stinky for the customers. That's going to be great for all sorts of flat roof systems, and as well as urethanes. Urethanes are going to be more expensive, less tintable. You're going to have that metallic gray finish to it. But that's going to be, in my opinion, the strongest adhesion, durability, longevity, and a lot of people just absolutely love the urethanes, myself included. Obviously, silicone is going to be your more cost effective and budget friendly for the customers, but urethane is going to be that next step up for the adhesion.
Right. And we'll go to question 2 is energy savings. How do roof coatings impact energy efficiency, especially with reflective coating? Do we case study to the data on energy savings?
So with your energy savings, you're gonna, kind of typical to your TPOs and PVCs, the reflectivity, kind of redirect the sun from the roof, kind of cut down on the AC costs and kind of eliminate drawing that into the building. Your cheaper costs, right? It's gonna be less expensive than your typical roof replacements. Yeah, that's about it for roof coatings in a nutshell.
All right. We'll go on to question 3. Application process. What's a roofer know about the application process? Are there specific techniques or conditions that impact coating performance?
Absolutely. So application process, start to finish, you want to first make sure that the substrate that you're looking to coat is a good candidate. If you got moisture trapped in there, do not coat over it. It could cause the coating to bubble up and peel off over time. Take that roof system that you're going to coat. First off, go around, do a very good preventative maintenance, check corners, repair any pop corners, probe check seams, get the existing roof system nice and sound. So you have a nice sound substrate to coat over. Pressure wash it really, really well. Get all the dirt, debris, vegetation if you got that going on up there. Get all that off of there. Get a nice clean substrate. Make those repairs. Say it's a modified roof, for example. If you're going to put down new modified patches, I would recommend priming over those to avoid from the asphalt bleed throughs could alter the color of the coating. If customer or you are kind of conscious of that, right? Other than that, you'll go around, you'll do all your seams and penetrations, strip all that in with the flashing grade material. And then after that, you'll apply your base coat and top coat at whatever mill thickness you need to achieve the desired warranty.
Sounds good.
Techniques, people like to use, obviously you can spray it or roll it. Personally, I always liked rolling it just because I was afraid of overspray and the problems that could come along with that. But roll out your eaves, spray the middle. People got all sorts of
But the vehicles,
you don't want to be paying to clean up those vehicles. Seen people use better spreaders like they do with glue. There's a bunch of different things people can do. And
here's those you.
Conditions, weather zipped one. Oh, that leads right into that one. There you go.
Weather and coating performance. How do factors like temperature and humidity affect the performance of coating, especially in different climates?
Oh, that was good timing right there. So weather, you obviously want good forecasts. You want to stay above 40, 45 degrees and rising for install. Rain is a big thing, right? Like I just said, acrylics, you're going to want to let that cure a lot longer if there's rain in the forecast, or as opposed to silicones where, say we've all had those days where we're looking at the weather in the morning, we're like, God, should we go for it? It's going to rain around noon, 1 o'clock. I don't know if we should do that. Silicones, you got a little bit more flexibility with that. You can kind of coat up to
It's in a lot of
exactly. So coating specifically, say you're putting down a silicone, you can kind of roll the dice a little more, give yourself about, 4 hours before the rain hits, you're good to go. So you can go get a couple squares out in the morning and be out of there before the rain hits a lot better. So climate, weather, it's all depending on that. So like I said, 40, 45 degrees and rising, stick with that. So you're or early fall, summer, and late spring is going to be your prime time to coat roofs, at least in the Illinois region, right? If you're down south, you got all year to get her done.
All right. Now we'll go to question 5. Longevity and maintenance. How long do coatings typically last, and what time of maintenance do they require to extend that life?
Well, each system can last a little bit different terms, different lengths, right? Whatever kind of warranty length the contractor installs it at. So you're going for a 5-year, you're obviously going to kind of be around there. But if you're looking for a 20-year system, you can get up to 20 years out of it. I always recommend to customers and contractors, just like a car, like we always say, you got to maintain it. Just because you go put a new roof on doesn't mean that it's just going to just be absolutely perfect forever. Stay on top of maintaining it. Do at least a once a year preventative maintenance up there. Go check for, sticks, leaves, things clogging things up, wear and tear from mechanical guy. Exactly. So same rule applies with the coatings. I recommend doing the maintenance and staying on top of it. Touch things
We
up.
found just like you maintain the Cadillac, you need to maintain your roof.
Exactly. Just because you got new tires doesn't mean you don't have to rotate them. Just because you got new tires doesn't mean you need an oil change. So it's same things apply. But yeah, you can get 5 to 20 years out of a roof coating.
How easy is it to do repairs on your coating?
Very easy. I mean, you're talking going up there with a brush and a pail, so it really doesn't get too much easier than that.
What about if you need to do a little more expensive repair membrane under recorder?
That gets a little bit more tricky. You're obviously cutting out that area, putting in the new membrane. Say we were talking about modified, like I just said previously, if you do a new modified patch, you want to prime it and then coat it so it doesn't bleed through, kind of turn that white to an orange tint. Still totally doable. It's just going to be a few extra steps involved is all.
Yeah, we've done it quite a bit, so we're aware of how good. If you're for the listeners, then I give them no idea. Yeah. All right, we'll go on to the next question here. Why choose coatings? What advantages do roof coatings offer compared to quick replacement, especially in commercial settings?
Right off the bat is going to be cost. I mean, you are going to get a 20-year warranty for a fraction of the cost of replacing or overlaying the roof. Granted, it's the right candidate, right? Like I said before, it's the roof had to be maintained, make sure there's no moisture in it, anything like that. But if it's a good candidate, or the customer or building owner really maintained their roof, kept on top of it, and is a good candidate, you can coat it and get 20 years for a fraction of the cost of replacing it. Couple other advantages. I mean, think of some of the buildings that, very, very poor access, right? A high rise, some of the downtown buildings where you can't just throw up a crane. You can carry some buckets up through an elevator pretty simply and get the same warranty. Another nice thing is recoats, right? You maintain that roof, you do a coating system on it. By the time that warranty links up, if all is still good, you can clean it and coat right over it again and get another 15, 20 years out of it. So at that point, you could almost coat it twice for the same price you would pay for a re-roof. But again, can't stress enough, it's got to be the right candidate. You can't just walk up and coat any roof out there. And I think people
We've seen a few people run across out there. We don't condone it, but we've seen them putting coating over gravel.
You're gonna get me in trouble here. I personally not a fan of it. Not a fan of it. Again, I just think of it from ex-service guys.
You don't need to say no more. It's more than you.
Okay. Yeah, I'd stick away from it. Personally, I mean, I'm sure that it's got its places and its uses, but just stepping over gravel, it's going to penetrate that at some point, and it's just not a fan. No, don't get me in trouble here on your show.
Great. That's what I said. We'll just leave it at that. Preparation requirements. What roof prep steps are essential before applying coatings, and how does skipping these steps affect adhesion and performance?
So I think I got a little ahead of the game and kind of went into that with one of the previous questions, but preparation is no preparation's everything. Like I said, do your moisture scans, make sure that there's no water in the system. Check for any rust if it's a metal roof, so if you need to utilize primer. The repairs are absolutely everything. Make sure those seams, make sure everything underneath is buttoned up well before you coat over it. Yeah, just do your due diligence. Do the repairs, make sure it's good. Make sure you know what you're walking into before coating it.
Okay. Go to our next question here. Everyone's favorite. Warranty option. What warranties does American Weather Star offer? What are the typical requirements to maintain a valid warranty?
So the warranty options are going to be on each of those ones that we showed. They have the different warranty links on it. For example, like the MetaGuard system, MetaGuard Plus system. MetaGuard, you can get 5-10 year. MetaGuard Plus, you bump it up with that thicker product, you're starting right off with a 10-year warranty and going up to 20-year warranty. So the Uracil system, the one we started off right from the get-go, right? So it's kind of the belt and suspenders for American Weather Star. That one you're starting off at a 12-year warranty. So all the warranties differ between system to system. Like the color guard system we discussed, that's not an NDL system, that's a color fade warranty and material warranty. So it's all system specific. But as far as maintaining it, do your PMs like I just said. Maintain the roof, take care of it. Have an American Weather Star approved contractor come out, check it out, make any necessary repairs, and just stay on top of it. So to answer your question in a nutshell, between 5 to 20 years for warranties.
Okay, next question. When new technology or trend, are there any recent advancements or innovations in coating technology that contractors should know?
I feel like I learn new stuff every day, and it's kind of cool. I mean, everybody's kind of got their thing. Everybody's got different tricks, right? That some people didn't try. Like I said earlier too, people use better spreaders, but some people like sprayers, some people like different kind of sprayers. Like the roof tubes where you can kind of extract the coatings and do the fastener heads faster. Um, the drones now that can do the moisture scans from aerially. I mean, there's
But just, I am a thermal drone, commercial pilot.
oh, there you go. See, so you know all about it. Yeah, it's cool stuff. I mean, the roofing world just keeps evolving. I mean, I consider myself kind of young, and I'm only 14 years into this industry, and the amount of stuff that I've seen just since my first day on the roof is ridiculous, and it's cool. It's fun to see. It's probably 40 years. Yeah. So the different things you've seen is just it's cool. It's very fun. I love seeing the newest and shiniest thing come out, and it's cool. I love to see what the future brings too. I just hope we don't all get replaced by robots or something like that.
Yeah, that's with an old drone when it started. There were no guns, no compressor, just hand nailing sandals and hot kettles for doing a hot tar better press.
Yeah. Oh, we move on. Some of those guys who started hand nailing are pretty fast. I'd done some shingle jobs in the past, and I had a nail gun, and now granted I was mainly commercial, but then there'd be guys who did nothing but shingles, and they just pop pop pop, just blowing past you with just a hand nail. I'm like, oh my god, okay, this is embarrassing here.
Yeah, when they first started out with the drums, they were just staples. All right, we'll try the next question here. We only got 3 laps. We're in 4 of them. 3. ROI for building owners. How do you typically communicate the return on investment of coatings to building owners to correct these issues, considering a full roof replacement?
Man, I keep kind of answering the following question with the previous question. So like I said before, you're replacing it at a fraction of the cost of completely replacing the roof, right?
Yeah.
And again, even if someone does want to tear off that roof, and then it's just not quite in the budget, they can still coat the roof, by a year or two until they have the money and the funds to fully replace it. Or again, you can coat it, get a 20-year warranty out of it. You can go back, coat it again if everything was maintained well. So now at that point, you're basically coating it twice for the cost that you would spend once to replace the roof. So there's a lot of different options and creativity along with it. So that's, yeah.
And in some cases, they could save them from a tear off after we will raise all the curves, raise the walls, raise all the plumbing and connections and everything that they got to go to an R30 roof system where all old roof systems might have had no insulation or only an intricate.
Exactly. You're not tearing it off. You don't have to meet that code. You don't, yeah, there's a lot of, don't necessarily want to say loopholes with the coatings, but there are, right? Again, like I said before, with say you got a building downtown and you got to throw up a tower crane, which is, tens of thousands of dollars to block off some of those main streets. I mean, the money you would spend on the crane, you could do this full system and coating. So there's many different advantages and ways to help the customers.
All right, we're on to the next question. Environmental impact. Let's say environmental impact of using coatings versus overlooking method. I need sustainable practices or materials being introduced.
You know, again, kind of system to system, right? Use the silicones, can be low VOC, not going to be as harmful to the environment, not as smelly, not as strong. With the coating, it's a much cleaner process. You're not, say you're tearing off a roof, once you start ripping into that roof, all the debris starts going airborne. And God, I ran a tear off one time, and smooth surface for tearing it off. The building kind of backed up to a neighborhood, and the dust just from the wind, there was nothing we could do. Just started kind of coating people's yards, and it was this whole huge mess. And I got that job, took 2 years off of my life. But yeah, so you're not running into issues like that. Again, you got buckets and rollers or spray equipment, so you're not releasing a bunch of things into the environment or damaging it.
environmental agencies think charge out where the dumpsters off and moving down as we're.
Yeah, we had to fully encapsulate it. So from the chute, we had to put a tarp over it, and then it just drags the project on longer because now you got guys down there messing with it. Every time the dumpster comes to swap out, you guys down there undoing it. You're taking away time from laying up. It's just, yeah, there's been some nightmare projects. So again, you're not affecting the environment with this, and you're not dealing with all those headaches.
Okay, you know we're on now, the best one. The last one. Challenges in the field. What common challenges do locals face when applying coating, and how does the American Water Support contractor to overcome that?
Challenges that they're facing coatings. I'd say, I guess terms of install, right? I guess however they like to install it would be a good way to put it. Whether you can spray it, whether you can roll it, whichever situation you may be in. Temperature is a huge thing. Again, like I said before, keep it to that 40, 45 degrees and rising. Weather, rain in the forecast, something like that. You got to be real cognizant of it. There's not too many challenges I can think of off the top of my head when people are just strictly coating. Again, most people kind of veer towards it because it is the simpler way to install a roof system. Yeah, I don't have too much light to shed on that one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, then. That's pretty much better. If you got anything else you would like to add, or you can think of,
Again, if anybody wants to learn more, I know we kind of just did a real quick dive into it, but if anyone wanted to learn more or, become an approved contractor, I'd love to speak with them, love to reach out, get a little more involved. Cause I know, like I said, we covered the MediGuard Plus system, but there is a MediGuard system. There's Urasil. We went over that. There's also a Urasil California, which is a newer line out by American Weather Star. So essentially the same as the Urasil system, but now the urethane underneath is low VOC as well. So to meet the California requirements. Same with the Color Guard system. There's a Color Guard Plus system, a little beefier, a little badder. There's wall coatings, like I said, and those you can tint to different colors. So there's just so many different options. Absolutely love, again, coming from a project manager, estimator standpoint, I love their website. It is extremely user-friendly. So many different tools on there to help you along. For example, one thing that I've seen a lot of mistakes get done by estimators in the past when bidding coatings and, even flat roofs or even, overlays like flue fillers and stuff. People like to measure length times width to get their squares, but they also sometimes overlook the stretch factor. If you were to take that metal panel and smash it down, what that actual surface area would be. On their website, they have a whole metal panel stretch factor guide. So it shows you the different profiles of each of the different panels, kind of helps you navigate it. They got some very, very cool reference charts on there as well. Say you're a project manager, you're up to be at a roof with a customer.
Hi, welcome to this edition of Tech Talk. I'm Eric Wall, Technical Services here at American Weather Star. Today I'm going to be going over stretch factor and how to determine stretch factor by working on metal roofs. Stretch factor is a very important thing to consider when working with coatings on a building. It's because just because the building is 1,500 square feet doesn't mean the roof is 1,500 square feet. The surface area of that metal roof is going to be a lot larger. So when you go to determine stretch factor, you only need a measuring tape and a marker and a calculator preferably. To determine the stretch factor, you're going to have your stamp point. What you want to do is you want to put a little mark exactly where your tape is when you start. Then you just want to firmly push the tape along the panels until you reach the end of the tape. Now that I've hit my 36-inch mark, I'm going to mark my imprint here.
what I can do is I would put the link to their websites in the description after this video is put up. Anybody that wants to look at any of their videos, they can go there and take a look at them. They can also contact me to get contact information to get in touch with Mike. If you have any questions or want to become a applicator for their systems, reach out and we'll put you in touch with.
Yeah, again, and just like you just did, you just pulled a video from there. They have all those different Tech Talk videos of a bunch of different ways. I mean, they have, spraying silicone systems, spraying acrylic system.
Oh man, I was looking through them today and I thought this one was kind of interesting. I throw it on there just in case and boom.
Yeah, it's so user friendly. It kind of almost takes away the need to call me at certain times, right? Because it's one click away. It's just I can't brag enough about their website. Just you can kind of find everything you need in a single click. It's very cool, very helpful. As you know as well as I do, when you're sitting behind your estimating chair, you're thinking of, how many feet can I get out of that bucket if I'm doing the seams. They have all that for each of the different systems, tells you exactly which product, how many lineal feet, if you did a 4-inch or 6-inch pass with it. I mean, it's just very, very cool. I can brag about it for a while. I know I just went real briefly into the different systems, but again, if anyone wants to talk further, please feel free to reach out, look at the website. There's some very, very cool different things you can do with American Weather Star. And again, extremely excited to be a part of this team, and I think it's a great line, and I hope people start catching on to it a little more. And again, Terminator, stock your trucks with that. That is without a doubt the service guy's best friend right there.
Yeah. All right, so good. We'll have to, like I said, link to tracking the web a little bit more ourselves. So I guess if you're all coming up in there, we can bring this show to an end. And anybody wants any info, you reach out. We'll put you in touch. Anything else might be on air?
No, I think about summed everything up. Like I said, just reach out if anybody's got any questions. I'd love to talk more about each of the different systems and help them out however I can. But thank you to you for allowing me to be on the show. This is cool. Definitely enjoyed it.
I enjoy having you, and I learned a few things myself. So it's a good thing.
Cool deal.
All right. Good evening, and you have a good weekend.
Thank you. You as well.
Thank you, everybody.